final game of the Jericho Classic, second day of our three-day event. And it's the Tucker Tigers taking on the North Gwinnett Bulldogs. Hello again, welcome. I'm John Morgan alongside Mark Blumen, getting ready for the final of these quadruple header. And if last game was any indication, we should have a great one here tonight. Both teams won yesterday. Tucker by 7 over North Cobb Christian, and North Gwinnett just managed to edge Effingham County by 3 points. So, Mark, this is a 5A team against a 6A team, but they are pretty evenly matched.
Absolutely. Tucker has been strong, has been in the Elite Eight. Actually, last year, being in the Elite Eight was actually a down year for them. They're usually Final Four and state title contenders every year, and this year should be no different. They got a couple of good players, Demar, number 5 and number 25, Shambari Phillips. We're going to keep an eye on them. Looks like we're about to do the
the national anthem is about to be played, so we're just going to take a quick timeout while they play the anthem, and we'll be right back here on SUvehicle.com, powered by the GHSA and NFHS Network.
Classic and changing the lives of so many individuals and families through breast cancer research. I truly do believe that our involvement is making an impact to change the face of breast cancer. And lastly, to my parents and siblings for inspiring me to push the limits and through hard work and trust in Christ that I can move mountains. Thank you to everyone who has made this year's Classic a success. God bless you.
Thank you, Jared. And at this time, if everyone could please rise, remove any hats, playing of our national anthem.
All right. And John, I'm excited. Of course, 2-0 Tucker Tigers. James Hartree, I went over there. I said, I know that name. I went over there and asked him, I said, are you related to Donald Hartree? He looked at me like, wow, you don't look that old, but that's my little brother. Of course, I was a senior when his brother played at Georgia with the great Vern Fleming and Dominique Wilkins in that gang. And he was a good shooter. And I guess James Hartree knows basketball.
Yes, he does, and he knows this Tucker Tiger team. Again, they are 2-0. They beat Luello to open up, and then that victory over North Cobb Christian. And we're going through the starting lineups right now, so let's go into this. First up for the Tigers, they're going to be led by the senior, number 3, 6'2", Kalel Essing. Then it's going to be number 5, the junior, 6'2", John Dunmire. He scored 18 points in that win over North Cobb Christian. It'll be number 15, T.J. Thomas, a 6'7" senior. He had 11 against Tucker. It'll also be number 1, Joshua Parker, and He is a 5'9 junior. And finally, number 25, Shambari Phillips, a 6'3 junior. He had 17 on Saturday. Now for the North Gwinnett Bulldogs, they are 1-0. They're going to use the same starting lineup we saw on Saturday night. A little bit of a surprise, but we'll get into this in a second. First up, it's number 2, Owen Lewis, a 6'1 senior. Then it'll be number 3, Jack Stuckey. He's a 5'10 junior. Number 5
no
is
Stuckey. Stuckey's in line.
Oh, okay. So all right.
So they are going with Tobias Howard.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're going to go with T.J. Howard back in. I just guess I used it. They had the Saturday's lineup when I went in and looked at it. Ahmad Kaver is a 6' senior. Number 12, Malik Carter is a 6'6 junior. T.J. Howard is a 5'11 junior, and number 22, Cameron Calhoun, a 6'3 junior. The only reason I thought they might have stayed with Stuckey is even though he did start that game, as T.J. Howard did not play that first half, according to the article in the Gwinnett Daily Post that mentioned that. It just said it was an internal team issue. But he did pretty well. Stuckey did pretty well in his teammates' absence, scoring 17 points on a lot of three-pointers, so I thought maybe they would use that offense as a spark.
14 in the first half. It was a kind of a disciplinary problem, I guess, and he sat out the first half, but he came in and actually led the way. But Stuckey saved their basically with their bacon with 14 in the first half, 4 3-pointers. He was on fire. He finished with, I believe, 5 3-pointers and was, like you said, 17 points.
All right, they're about ready to tip off. North Gwinnett's going to attack from right to left across your monitor here in the first half. Tip goes way into the backcourt where Dunmire digs it out, and he'll get it to Josh. Well, actually, I think that is Joshua Parker back at his number 24.
Okay,
he was on one yesterday. He was on one on Saturday, but I think maybe it's one with the home uniforms. Now it's 24 with the visiting. Apologize for that. Here's T.J. Thomas, who looks like he's going to inbound it, but no, I think Khalil Assing's going to do it. Trying to lob a high ball in for Phillips. He'll hand it off to Parker. Tucker in their maroon with the white numbers. North Gwinnett in the home whites, blue numbers, and red trim. This is Assing now at the top. Assing will go to the left side for Dunmire.
Be careful with that name.
Dunmire will get it to Parker, back to Phillips. Phillips is opening to the right. Now he drives into the lane, puts up a roller, no good. And the rebound will go to Malik Carter, who gets a lot of boards underneath. North Gwinnett going the other way. Lewis will stop and pop and miss. Rebound to Dunmire. Dunmire's their all-everything player with the 18 points on Saturday. Fires it to T.J. Thomas, and we'll get the first personal of the game with 7:06 to go. And it'll go against Owen Lewis, his first. No score. But it looks like T.J. Thomas, whose given first name is Tyrell, he had 11 on Saturday. Now he looks to get the first points of the ball game. First one is up and drops it. 1-0. Favor of the Tigers. 7:06 remaining.
And if you notice, North Gwinnett is not a very tall team overall, team-wise.
Well, he makes both of them.
So they're going to have to really play well on the boards.
And they make up for it by very quick players. Here's Kaver now going down the right. He'll get it to Lewis at the top, over to the left side. This is T.J. Howard. They work it to Calhoun, who had a lot of rebounds. He's the one who's got a rebound underneath. Carter over to Howard on the left wing. Trying to penetrate the 2-3. Now he'll stop with a 3-ball. No good. Rebound kicks to Thomas. Parker with it.
Thomas is tall, though. See, they got to keep him off the boards. Tall and lanky.
This is Assing. He'll back it out. 6:28 on the clock. 2-0 favor of the Tigers. Just underway here. Final game of the second day of the Jericho Tip-Off Classic. We have another quadruple tomorrow. Here's Kaver with the steal. Off the bad pass. Kaver will go to the left now. He'll penetrate into the lane. And he got caught way out of position as he was going up. This will be called against T.J. Thomas.
Joshua Parker's a tiny little fellow.
Now I've got, according to the book, he's 5'9".
Well, if I stand up against him, he's not 4 inches taller than me. He's about 5'7", 5'8". He's a little taller than me, but...
Kaver's first shot drops, and that puts North Gwinnett on the scoreboard. 2-1 with 6:11 remaining. Again, they won by 3 points, 69-66 against Effingham County. Second one rolls out. Good rebound.
And Effingham County played right into their hands. They had a 6'8" guy, but he played outside.
They go into the right corner. Back to Thomas. He drives, and we got a foul on the shot. That'll be foul against number 12, Malik Carter, his first, team second. And T.J. Thomas with a chance to add to the lead. The only points for the Tigers have come courtesy of the foul stripe, as we're 2 minutes into this contest. First one's up and no good. Rims out.
15 is 2 for 3 now. He's got all the attempts. And I'm going to guess he's going to get a lot of attempts here tonight because of his height.
Missed them, so now he's 50% from the line. Tucker has yet to take a field goal. That shot by Howard is blocked. Dunmeyer goes in the lane, dishes to Singh on the baseline. He'll kick it out. I don't think Parker was supposed to grab it. Here comes Thomas. High shot, and he'll have a chance to go to the line.
Late call there. Real late call by the official as he waited to see what happened, and then he called the foul. I think it was a foul, but it was just such a late call.
That's going to be the second against Malik Carter, so he's going to have to come on out.
They're going to put in Stuckey, and he misses again, so he's after 2 for 2. Now he's 0 for his last 3.
And Jack Stuckey coming in, 5'10" junior. Again, he had all those 3-pointers, and there's a foot stomp.
There's one. We got an over/under on this.
I think Zach Smith calls his plays by how many times he stomps. I think that's the code he's using.
Like Mr. Ed.
Yes. Second one goes, so now that gets his average back up to 50%.
Wilbur.
That's the Wilbur play. 3-1, 5:50 remaining. Howard gets it to Stuckey. Now it's Lewis at the top. They go to the left side. TJ Howard posts up. Shot will drift to the left. He's 0 for 3.
Another alternate shot, though. See, they're not blocking it, but they're altering the shots with that height inside.
This is Parker into the coffin corner for Singh. No good. And a good rebound by Cam Calhoun.
I keep wanting to say, God bless you, when you go, Singh.
Here's Calhoun. He'll coast it high up the glass, and he gets a friendly roll.
Calhoun with the basket. That was pretty.
We're knotted at 3 with 4:50 to go. That's the first made field goal by either team in this ball game. Parker gives it to Dunmeyer. Then they go into the right coffin corner. Singh goes baseline. He gets it back.
Nice little back. Got it.
And he dished to Thomas, but Thomas couldn't handle it, so he put it right back to him. 5-3, favor of Tucker.
Singh with that basket.
Caver on the left. Gets around the screen. Dribbles back into the corner. Now he'll go baseline high.
No good.
No
and they're finally going to call it. There could have been a foul earlier. There's 2 more.
Yeah.
We're up to 3.
T.J. Thomas will pick up his second personal. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. T.J. Thomas will pick up his second personal. Calhoun goes to the line. First one is no good. That makes North Gwinnett 1 for 3 from the line in this ball game. 5-3, 4:17 on the clock here in the first frame. A very exciting quadruple header coming to a close. We got one more tomorrow, starting at 4. All games you can see right here on SUvehicle.com. That one will rim out too.
So he's 0 for 2 there. 1 for 4 as a team. There's Parker, the lefty, and
yep.
he makes it.
Yeah, Parker drains the shot right off the foul line on the right side. 7-3 Tigers. Howard now down the left side. Let's see if they try to isolate Stuckey from the corner. No, they'll take it to Lewis, who will drive through the trees.
What a play by Owen Lewis getting inside, saying, I ain't afraid to go inside the trees, land of the trees.
7-5. Yep, they look like the Redwood Forest, or at least the Maroonwood Forest. There's a long range by Dunmeyer, drops it home.
DeMar.
10-5, favor of Tucker. Bullet pass to Lewis on the baseline, and the trees immediately congregate over him. High
and
shot.
He got it up and in.
Yes,
Owen Lewis.
Yes, he did. 10, and that makes it 10-7 with 3:20 to go. Here's Parker. Parker bounce past Singh. He puts it up. High shot, no good. Comes to the near side, and there's Calhoun with another rebound. He's had a bunch here in the early going. They can't get, I think Tucker did a great job of scouting, and Dunbar tries to save it, puts it way in the backcourt, and Caver is there to collect. Caver will now storm. Nice bounce pass. Lewis wasn't ready for it.
10-7 is your score. There's another one. We're up to 4.
Yeah, Lewis was not ready for that pass. He expected Caver to coast it.
When I said 2, I meant 2 per quarter.
Right.
So I meant 8.
Tucker shooting 3 of 6 from the floor here in the early going. They got the basketball, 2:49 to go. Dunbar with a fall-away 10-footer, no good, and another rebound by Calhoun, but he gets tied up, and they let that go.
Unbelievable. Khalil Asing with the basket, and it looked like a foul if you saw it on your monitor. They pushed him out of the way.
Yeah, they got tied up underneath. There's Stuckey with the coffin corner shot. Good.
Yeah, Stuckey picking up where he left off.
That makes the score 12-10 with 2:20 remaining. Now Parker. It looks like they're going to do a screen off of Howard to get him free. He coasts it. Now he'll kick out, but he stepped on the line.
He stepped on the line. That should be a turnover. Yep.
Stepped on the line back there.
So a chance to tie it up, John, and after getting a couple of calls that went against him, referee telling Zach to stay back.
Here's Caver, 12-10, 2 minutes remaining. Looks like they set up Caver. Stuckey's all alone on that right corner, but instead
Tobias, nothing called.
Now he airballed it, and
they got
took a
bailed
tumble.
out.
He took a tumble, but I think a Tucker player hit it as it went out of bounds.
He got bailed out, yep, because that was going out of bounds. Nothing would have been called, and luckily they get it out. They get a chance to run that little inbound play.
There they go, right to Calhoun. He spins, gets through the forest, and puts it up with a one-hander. Doesn't go, but he gets the personal. It's going to go against Asing, his first.
I like what Zach does. He makes some of his players come over and talk about it.
Well, he doesn't have to call the timeout then. He knows he's got 2 shots as Calhoun drops his first.
Calhoun there righted the ship after missing 2.
He's got 3 points, 12-11 with 1:47 to go. Calhoun's second shot. He eyes the basket, puts it up. Nice high arc and drops it home. So that gives him 4. And we're tied at 12. Parker now with it. Parker trying to cut through that North Gwinnett defense. It's looks like they're using a man-to-man, maybe a little bit zone. I think Stuckey is a zone in the front court. Dunbar, one hand pass to Parker. He eyes it. He really wants to take it. Asing goes through and he hops on the line.
Another
he knows
turnover.
it. He knew it.
And I think Hartree was kind of snowing me because Shambari Phillips, oh, there he is. He's been real quiet.
Yeah, we haven't heard much from Shambari Phillips. Oh, I've got him as 0 for 1 from the field. But he had a huge game against North Cobb Christian with 17 points. Bounce pass into Lewis. Lewis, turn around. He'll fall away with that jump shot, and it's no good.
Terrible shot. Stuckey was behind him wide open.
Watch out. That ball hit the PA system on the going out of bounds. It didn't hit our system. Fortunately, we've got a lot of gear here. We've got 3 computers. We're sending out tweets left and right. So please, we've got all social media covered here on the SUvehicle.com. Ahmad Caver with it with 55 ticks to go. TJ Howard now. Here's Lewis. They work it in the perimeter. Now across. Oh, a beautiful basket that goes in a dunk.
Tobias Howard, TJ Howard. Who'd have thought he'd be on the receiving end?
Nice. He grabbed it in midair, spun around, and kissed it off the glass. 14-12, North Gwinnett. They're on a little bit of a run here. Last 5 points. They're on top.
And
offensive foul on North Gwinnett. It goes against
14.
Yeah, Devontae Meadows, who's checked in. Meadows is a 6'5 senior.
Look at Meadows spells it M-E-D-O-W-S. There's no way.
Yeah, but it's pronounced that way. 14-12, North Gwinnett with a chance to add as we get into the end of the first quarter.
They've had 3 straight turnovers down there, and North Gwinnett's taking a little bit of a control. playing. I call this my Carolina play. This is play for the final shot.
Yeah, they're working the clock. Haver off the screen. They get around it. Stuckey's all alone in that corner. They keep going. Oh, somehow, some way.
Calhoun got it inside.
Yeah, no one near him. And Devontae Calhoun is a rainbow that completely misses everything. And that's going to do it for our first frame of action. And it's North Gwinnett riding a great end to the first quarter. They're up 16-12. I want to say it's a 7-0 run to end the quarter here on the SUvehicle.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back with the second frame after this.
All right, welcome back here and going over the scoring. Asing has 4, Demar has 3, Terrell Thomas 3, and Joshua Parker 2. For the North Gwinnett Bulldogs, Owen Lewis has 4, Calhoun has 6, and 2 for Howard. Ahmad Caver 1, and Jack Stuckey long range 3.
Well, the teams are identical foul shooting, 3 for 6, and then for Tucker, that's T.J. Thomas who started off the ball game with those 6 foul shots, hitting 3 of them. This is Caver now. Bullet pass inside to Calhoun. He hops his way through the line, and it's going to be an alternating possession back to the Tigers. Shooting-wise, Tucker was 4 of 8 from the floor. North Gwinnett 6 of 13. This is Joshua Parker. He'll kick to Dunmire on the right wing near us. We are on the opposite side of the scorers table that we were last time. We're on the left side as we look at the court. Now we're at the right. Meadows, he'll fire a pass to Parker with 7:30 to go until halftime. Dunmire with a foul away on the right baseline. No good, misses everything.
And he was pushed, but they didn't see it that way. So Calhoun, it went off of him. Looked like he was pushed, but.
Well, both teams hit one three-pointer on a stop and pop by Conrad Williams. Doesn't go. Tucker keeps the rebound. Conrad Williams, number 10. He's a 6'4 junior. Parker with it.
16-12.
And Tucker down by 4. Phillips, who had a quiet quarter, only 1 shot. Williams, that's Parker, airballs it. We've had more airballs on the part of Tucker and North Gwinnett than we've had the entire tournament to this point. Caver stops and pops and drops.
He don't hit He hits a 3. He don't shoot an air ball. 19-12.
And it's North Gwinnett. This is, I'm going to say it's at least a 9-0 run for the Bulldogs, maybe a 10-0 run.
I think it was 9. I think it was 12-10.
Anyway, Phillips gets it to Meadows. He's in the paint. He puts it down. He tries to get inside, around. Now he'll back it out and launching one. And Drano, John Dunmire, he's got 6. That ends the Tucker skid, makes it a 4-point game, 19-15, 6:20 remaining. Caver tries to fight through a hole by Conrad Williams.
Caver's getting inside, and remember I told you, I said them going inside, it could be a problem, but if you're shooting a couple threes, that'll bring out the defense a little bit, then you can get inside. Here comes one of my favorite players, Dijon Tojic.
Yeah, Tojic coming in. He's a 6'5 junior as Caver goes to the line. First one is up, and that one is good. He's got 5 points. He'll have one more. Extends the lead back to a nickel with 6:20 remaining.
And I guess Dejan, we could call him Mustard.
Second one is up. Bang, good. Makes both of them. Caver with 6.
Dejan Mustard, man, that's good stuff.
Ties Calhoun for the top in the scoring lead for North Gwinnett. Here's Parker.
Both of them with 6.
Dunmire has to dribble it out.
I thought it's Dumar.
I think it's Dunmire. And he's going to be called for the lack of player control. And And it's his first.
They're pronouncing it like you say, Dunmire, but the coach, Hartree, was calling him Demar.
It's team 6, and here's Caver. 6-point lead for North Gwinnett.
So the next
6:02
foul
to go.
on Tucker will be the bonus.
And we had a pretty foul-less ball game up to this point. That's Caver, some fancy dribbling. He's guarded by Parker. They're working I think they're working a little clock, not too hurry to get into the rhythm of their offense. Now Calhoun will drive. He put it up, but that wasn't a really good shot. He was hoping for the foul, went out of bounds, and North Gwinnett keeps possession. This will be T.J. Howard, who's had a pretty silent first half. Maybe just so used to going off the second half.
No, they're going to get a pick.
Yeah, Cameron Calhoun set the illegal pick.
So Tobias Howard, T.J. came off that pick. He missed the shot, but...
And Tucker is going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. There's 5:41 on the clock. And North Gwinnett on top, 21-15 here in this ball game. Again, this is the last of our quadruple header on the second day of the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. All proceeds benefiting Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Research. Let's go over our schedule for tomorrow. We're going to have a good one to start it off with. That's Sequoia against the 1A private school champion Green Forest Christian. That'll come your way at 4 o'clock. Then at 5:30, the Collins Hill Eagles will be back in action. They'll take on North Cobb Christian. Collins Hill blitzed by Greater Atlanta Christian in the second game of this quadruple header today. Then at 7 p.m., it'll be Peachtree Ridge taking on Miller Grove. That should be a good one.
That is going to be a good one.
And finally, at 8:30, we'll wrap it up with these North Gwinnett Bulldogs taking on Hillcrest of South Carolina. And as I was going through my program, Hillcrest had not sent a roster.
Uh-oh.
So that's going to make life kind of interesting for us tomorrow as we try to figure out that team for you. But we'll have all games right here on SUvehicle.com. Here's Caver as we were back to live action. Goes to Meadows. He'll kick it around to Parker. Good dribbling. They feed Dunmire at the left wing. And Drano. John Dunmire with 9 points. All on threes. And that cuts the Tucker deficit in half to 3 points. 21-18, 5:12 to go.
I guess they called the timeout at the right time. Drew up a nice play there.
That was some nice passing.
There's one.
Yeah, here comes Stuckey. It's listing to the right. Now here's Dunmire on the break. They go to Phillips, who also has been quiet. He hops, and Tojic comes up with a loose ball. Tojic stops, gives it to Calhoun.
Smart move. Gave it to a guard.
Calhoun will post up for a 3-ball, and that's no good. He's 0 for 2 from the floor in the second quarter, after scoring 6 in the first. Phillips. And he'll take one from deep. No good, but getting in there is Conrad Williams. And he turns it around and puts it off the glass.
Beautiful play there by number 10 coming in, Conrad Williams.
Well, ever since the timeout, Tucker's put 5 unanswered. It's a 1-point game as we get close to the halfway point of the second quarter. Caver dribbles too fancily, out of bounds, but Tucker gets a jersey on it. And James Hartree not happy with that.
Yeah, and the referee was right there and almost bid on the, and then said, nope, it's going this way. So we got another timeout, and I heard another stomp.
Yeah, we heard another stomp of the force of Zach Smith. North Gwinnett will call the 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 4:21 to go. Bulldogs still on top, but it's only a 1-point lead for them, 21-20. And North Gwinnett, they had a very disappointing end of last year. They lost in the quarterfinals of the tournament, the knockout round, to the Meadow Creek Mustangs. Little bit of an upset there, but that's what I love about basketball here. It's you play your way in, and that whole quarterfinal game, it's you win or you go home. You win to the playoffs, or you lose that quarterfinal and you're sitting home for the rest of the way.
Yeah, that was in the region tournament, not even the state tournament.
Yeah, the region tournament.
So, they were very disappointed about that, but this year they got their main players back, and I think they're going to go far.
Well, here's Caver as we get back from the timeout. Let's see if Zach Smith can call a timeout as well as Tucker did. They scored 5 points coming out of it, and they're looking for more. Stuckey forced that pass. Good play by Howard to come up with it. He'll coast it in. No good. Goes through Calhoun's hands. Goes through Williams' hands, but he got it back. Tojic, that ball could have called a kick play on 24 Parker, but here's North Gwinnett with the basketball. Going through is Lewis. He tries to fight through the double team, puts it up, and he knocks it out of bounds. No foul called. There's a stomp.
We're up to 6. And there's the turnover. So.
Yeah, illegal. Looks like a Tochik will get called for that. That's only the 15th foul for North Gwinnett.
So they got one to give.
Yeah, very disciplined. That one came from the Suwannee City Hall by Shabari Phillips. Seeing Elena's Caver, and now that's a late foul, but I think it's a good one.
Finally, I mean.
It'll go against Phillips, who's had, as I said, a very quiet game after scoring 17 on Saturday. Send Ahmad Caver, the 6'6" senior. He's 3 for 4 from the line in this ball game. He's got 6 points.
I think that height is a little skewed also.
He makes that one, gives him a touchdown. Calhoun coming back in. And he will replace TJ. Well, let's see. Who is he going to replace? Yep. Tochik.
Dijon Tochik coming out.
Caver with his second one. Dribbles. Spins it. Pops it up. And good. Our referee is Tim McLean, and our umpires today are Malcolm Arrington and Jack Hudson.
All right, so you got the names of the second game. I didn't even realize John Woods and Richardson and Tim Spann were gone.
Parker with it. Foul on that pass. It's going to go against a Singh.
Now comes in some height for North Gwinnett.
Malik
Carter's coming back.
Actually, I'm sorry, that foul's going to go against Stuckey, his first.
Man, I didn't realize how big Malik Carter was till he got.
And all of a sudden, both teams are fouling, like Conrad Williams. And they're not even fouling, they're fouling on inbound plays. We've had about two times down the floor, we've had fouls on inbound plays. So that means the game's getting a little rough underneath. Howard with it. He gives it to Calhoun at the top. Lobbing it in, looking for Carter, and he's really big. Puts his body in.
No!
But they're going to get Carter for the lack of player.
Because I think that's his third.
Yep, that is Malik Carter's third as he was going in, and he's going to have to come out. Jack Stuckey in replacing him with 3 minutes remaining.
13 seconds. It was at 3:14 when he went in, and he's out at 3:01.
And Malik Carter listed generously as 6'6". He's the little bit of height that North Gwinnett does have. They don't like to have him on the bench. Parker will get isolated and launch at Rainbow. It's good, Joshua Parker. He's got 5.
3-pointer. Lefty 3, and that puts them.
That ties us up at 23 until Ahmad Caver puts the runner home.
Caver again, man, they are back and forth.
Nice steal by Caver. He has 10 points. He's going for 12. He puts it up. Puts a very crazy shot. Doesn't good, but fighting for the rebound is Calhoun, and they'll get the foul.
Calhoun should have had that. That should have been a 3-point, an and one, as they call it. He missed an easy putback. He didn't get hit hard, but he got hit. He is at least getting the free throws, but that should have been an and one.
Well, the foul will go against Jambari Phillips, his second, and Calhoun will go to the line. First one up and drops it home. That gives him 7, first point in this frame. 2:22 remaining, 26-23 is your score. Had a very close ball game. North Gwinnett had a 16-12 advantage going into the break. Tucker tied it. But now North Gwinnett easing out of front by 4 after the second one comes through.
I just noticed Caver had all the points in the second quarter until those two.
Yeah, he's got 6 points this quarter. I'm sorry, 9. 9 points. And Parker launches one no good.
And
here's Lewis. Lewis finds number 14, TJ Howard, who hits the side of the backboard. I think he wanted to foul, didn't get it, but Lewis comes up with it. Lewis puts a rimmer. It'll go to Calhoun. He's fouled. That's Conrad Williams will pick it up.
And you know what? They may be, they're saying you're not getting it in our house. They're going to foul you and make you earn it at the free throw line. So Calhoun.
Actually, that's the foul I think is going to get charged to Devontae Meadows. His second.
And here we go again. 5 in a row. Set down by Calhoun after missing his first 2.
Yeah, Calhoun up to 9 points on the game, all 3 in the second from the line. And there's number 4. Gives him an even 10 spot. both Calhoun and Caver with 10. North Gwinnett gets up by 6 with 1:50 to go. This is their largest lead of the night. Here's Joshua Parker to Dunmar, right near us.
And let me tell you, if you said, Zach, how much do you want to score in this game? What's going to take to win? He would have said keep it in the 60s, I'm sure, because you don't want to get into a running game with these guys. And he's doing just what he's set out to do.
Tucker working a little clock. Dunmar goes through, and that's a blocking foul. They're going to call a blocking foul. And that block will go against Lewis? Yes, Owen Lewis picks up his second.
Lewis saying, come on, man. As they say on ESPN, come on, man. That should have been a charge.
Tochik will come in, and Dunmar will go to the line. This will be Tucker's first foul shot since very early in this contest.
And when Tyrell Thomas had them all.
First one is up and drops. That puts Dunmar in double figures. He's got 10.
And you know what? Terrell Thomas, we haven't heard much from him since that early on, and I think that's the key to them getting inside. If Terrell Thomas is there, he's going to alter those shots again.
I missed that one. So that makes Tucker 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. 29-24. And Caver with a beautiful right-handed shot.
Right-handed bank from the left side.
That is pretty. 12 points for Ahmad Caver. North Gwinnett up by a touchdown. Dishing back to Dunmar, who loses it in his wickets, but he gets it back.
Too. he took the wrong pivot foot. Did you see?
Parker with it.
And Terrell Thomas not in the game has been huge.
Launched.
Both offensively and defensively.
Nice rebound by Devontae Meadows. Just put back no good one-hander. That's no good as well by Conrad Williams.
Tobias, TJ, get it over you.
TJ with a nice cut through and
he got it, but he had a man open, but he said, I'm going to take it myself. That's okay.
33.
There's 2 more.
33-24, favor of North Gwinnett. They have really raced out in front here. We got 30 seconds to go. Tucker playing for the last shot.
A big lead here, North Gwinnett. The gritty North Gwinnett Bulldogs are just taking it to this top team in 5A. One of the top teams in 5A.
As of right now, North Gwinnett with a 17-12 advantage as we get to 7 seconds. Dunmar gets free for a 3-ball. High arc and airballs it, but Conrad Williams can't put the putback in for the reverse layup. And neither can Devontae Meadows.
And that is the end. North Gwinnett 16-16. Maybe we'll have something like that in the second half. See, all 16s and 12-12. Look at that.
It's 33-24. We're going to take a quick timeout when we come back.
33-17. My bad.
And when we come back, we will have halftime stats and analysis and get you ready for the second half of action. Please stay with us. You are watching the Sports Utility Vehicle, SUVehicle.com, powered by Play on Sports and the NFHS Network. Bulldogs up by 9 at the break, 33-24 over the Tucker Tigers. We'll be right back.
talking to Carl, his dad, Jared Cook's dad. All right, let's see.
Welcome back, John Morgo, Mark Blumen here, courtside from the North Gwinnett Gymnasium, campus North Gwinnett High School. The last game of today's quadruple header, the middle day of the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. All proceeds to benefit Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Research. Let's go over the numbers from the first half. First up for the Tucker Tigers, John Dunbar led the way with 10 points. Joshua Parker had 5. Kalel Singh with 4. T.J. Thomas with 3. Conrad Williams with 2. For the Bulldogs, they were led by Ahmad Kaber with 12. Cam Calhoun had 10. T.J. Howard with 4. Owen Lewis with 4. Jack Stuckey with a solitary 3 ball. Tucker shoots 8 of 24 from the floor in the half, 4 of 8 from the line. That was Tucker's averages. North Gwinnett 10 of 25 from the floor, but an amazing 11 of 14 from the line. A perfect 8 of 8 in the second quarter. And Mark, it's North Gwinnett's foul shooting that has given them the lead.
Yeah. Really has, and hey, that is one of the things that a lot of teams don't work on is free throw shooting, and that when it comes down to it at the end of the game, you know, that's what could win or lose the game. Just ask the Atlanta Hawks as they just lost to Boston, missing a ton of free throws.
Yeah, so foul shooting the key, and again it's Kaver and Calhoun. They're the two people in charge. T.J. Howard, so a lot of big names we saw last night. T.J. Howard, he's starting slow. He's only got 4, but he came on huge in the second half, and hopefully Zach Smith can get a similar output from him in the second half of this ball game.
Well, you know, it's different folks each night. The other night it was Stuckey and Howard who combined for 32 points, and tonight they only have 7 at the half combined. So, you know, but again, Calhoun and Kaver with 22 of the 33 points. And Howard also has had some assists and is playing really well. And Owen Lewis, even though he only has 4 points, Owen Lewis is my guy that battles under. He's my 9 to 5. Like last year, the Hawks had Ivan Johnson. They called him 9 to 5. Owen Lewis is my 9 to 5. He works hard. He's going to not get a lot of stats, but he's going to knock the ball away and set up other people.
And the other thing to watch, neither team in really deep foul difficulty with the exception of Malik Carter. He's got 3, but they really haven't needed him, even though, Mark, you mentioned that he's probably the one guy on North Gwinnett that has height and that can contend with these tall Tucker players.
And Terrell Thomas, I don't know, is he in foul trouble?
He's got 2.
2. See, I don't know why they took him out, and that just played right into the hands of North Gwinnett. I mean, that was your only guy that was just altering shots. If you remember in the first quarter, they altered a ton of shots, and when they took him out, you mentioned that 9-0 run. That's when they got the 9-0 run.
Well, they put in Conrad Williams. He really didn't do it. He really wasn't as effective underneath. And Shambari Phillips has been a non-factor, even though he had 17 against North Cobb Christian. We have Coach Hartree's talking to our Tim McLean.
Phillips is nothing.
Yeah, Coach Hartree's talking over to Tim McLean. Zach Smith is within earshot. They're trying. The PA is still going on, even though both teams are out. We're ready to go with the second half. Like I mentioned, Zach Smith. He has 58 wins. If he wins today, this will be win number 60 in his 4th season here at North Gwinnett. And I made the comment to Mark yesterday that he's always out in a suit, but his suit looks like it's about one size too small.
What's that?
I was relaying my comment from last night about Zach Smith, how he's always dressed in a suit, but it looks like it's about a size or two too small.
Actually, this argument is over at like a point, a free throw or something. He thinks he might have a point or two more.
Tucker, I'm correct.
I'm right on it, 24 points.
Yep, I got Dunbar with 10, Add Parker's 5, that's 15. Add Assing's 4, that's 19.
Yeah.
And then you get 5 more. Thomas with 3 and Conrad Williams with 2. That adds up to 24 with my abacus.
Yep. Oh.
And Hartree is still arguing his point. He's going to, and Tim McLean will have the final point, teeing him up. Hartree gets teed up, arguing a foul shot. So it's going to result in a North Gwinnett foul shot, which is kind of ironic if you think about it.
Technical foul says on Tucker. 2 shots.
So
It can't be over just a point.
no, it's got to be something more to this. Here's Howard going to take the first one, and he'll drop it home. And if Hartree's not careful, he's going to earn tee number 2 and take a seat in the locker room. Howard makes both of them.
Wow, so before the game even starts back, T.J. Howard gets 2 more, and you don't want to get him going because T.J. Howard can light him up in a hurry.
As we saw in that second half. Yes,
And you know what
Saturday.
else this does? That tee gives them the possession instead of Tucker was going to get the possession.
Right, Tucker had 1, or it was their turn with the alternating possession, but now it's North Gwinnett basketball. They'll lob it in, and a beautiful lob to Malik Carter, getting him started.
And Malik Carter gets a basket, and I heard another foot stomp.
Yep.
That's his first basket.
Yep, 37-24, and slipping is Parker. This is going to allow Howard with a layup. Yes!
Howard again. Remember, that's 4, and he had 4 in the first half.
That's a 6-0 run to start the half. 7:24 to go. 39-24 North Gwinnett, and that is going to be a foul on Howard, but that's not really his fault. He got picked into him. That was if you look at the replay, which we don't have, but if you look at that off the pick from Thomas, it kind of forced him to back into him. Although it looks like, let's see, I believe that's who that foul was called on. Yep, there it is. Now it's posted on the board. Here's T.J. Thomas.
And Terrell is in the game again, Terrell Thomas.
Yep, Shabari Phillips tries to drive. He'll draw the block foul.
And you know what? I think all the arguing that Hartree did might have got him this call because that could have been a charge.
I'll go.
Sometimes you might get a tee and you argue a little bit, you plant some seeds, and they try to return the favor to you sometimes, but because I thought he might have got there for the charge.
And Shabari Phillips makes his first foul shot. That gives him 1 point. 39-25, and that's 3 fouls on T.J. Howard, but I only have 2, so I got a foul floating around. I'll have to check the book later on.
Well, that's 2 in this half, so he had 1 in the first half.
And Phillips makes both of them. Okay. And 39-26 with 6:57 to go, trying to fight through a double team is Carter. He misses the shot.
Owen Lewis working hard again, like I said, and there goes an elbow. He got to be careful.
And Zach Smith is screening me from that hoop. Here's Dunmire going the other way, stops and pops the 3 ball, but it's off to the left.
There comes Owen Lewis, another rebound.
Yep, Owen Lewis with it. I am so close I could touch Zach Smith. Here's a good shot from Caver off the left side of the lane. The foul shot.
14
He's
now.
at 14. 41-26 with 6:22 remaining.
15-point lead.
And North Gwinnett.
I wouldn't have believed that.
And North Gwinnett's gotten hot because of that technical on Hartree. Phillips drives, loses
Saves
it.
Good save.
Yeah, by Assing, he saved it. Now
Lefty, no good.
that was Parker, no good, out of bounds, and it will stay with Tucker, I believe.
Number 3, Khalil Essing knocked it off of the North player. Good play.
Tucker with the basketball. They're down by 15 points, 41-26. It was 9 points coming into the quarter, but North Gwinnett scored 6 right off the bat before Tucker even got an offensive play set up. Foul on a reach-in. That'll be 4 on Malik Carter.
See how Zach sort of kills them with kindness. You get more flies with honey. He actually asked the referee, who'd you call that on? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, and he didn't argue with them or nothing. And, later down the line, you might get a call or two by doing that.
41-26. Tucker's going to inbound.
Oh, look at that.
Bad pass. There's Caver. Long crosser pass to number 14 Howard. He misses. Coming forward is Cameron Calhoun, but he muffs the dunk attempt, hangs on the rim for just a second, falls off, out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will keep it.
We got the 3 top teams from 5A here, Effingham, Tucker, and Miller Grove, and they're all 1, 2, and 3 in the state.
Well, that's a great lineup of teams here at the Jared Cook Invitational, and that will go against Owen Lewis. No, I'm sorry, Cam Calhoun will pick it up.
Peachtree Ridge is 7th in 6A.
Yeah, this is the new poll. North Gwinnett coming in at 5.
Yeah.
So we got 5 and 7 here today. Here today. And here's Phillips going to the line. He made both earlier, and he's 3 for 3. 41-27 with 5:43 remaining in quarter number 3. Tucker trying to cut into this 15-point lead before it gets too out of hand, and he makes both of them.
And number 1 team is GAC and AA, and Green Forest Christians here. They're ranked in single A.
Yep, they won the private school side. Nice reverse layup by Caver, but it didn't fall. And here is Josh Parker. They go to Phillips. He'll go baseline. Ball went out of his hands.
Slipped out.
I think Calhoun might have gotten a hand. Now going the other way. Howard.
Oh, Howard missed an easy shot. And it is.
Ball will stay with North Gwinnett.
Owen Lewis worked hard to tip it off of the player. Good job. He knew he couldn't get the rebound, so he just kind of slapped it against the Tucker guy. So all ranked teams, man, this is good. I got to compliment Grady York and the North Gwinnett staff for getting a lineup like this in.
Stuckey will bring it into Caver. He's immediately double teamed. Now he drives baseline and loses it.
Here comes Parker.
Yeah, Parker leads the charge. He stops, pops, and does not drop. Rebound by Phillips. He puts it back in. That's the first field goal by Shambari Phillips. He's got 6 all this half, 41-30 with 4:50 remaining. Caver thought about driving it up, but he wisely kicks it out. They're going to work a little clock. Calhoun now wants to drive right side. Spins, dishes into an underneath player. I think that's Owen Lewis. Ball was ripped out, knocks to Stuckey. Over to Howard from the right side. He stops, pops, and rims out.
Oh, Terrell Thomas. See, that's what Thomas does. He got the rebound.
Yep, knocked it out of North Gwinnett's hands and gets it to Parker. Parker will go to the right side. Spotting up is Phillips. Drano.
Bullseye. Shambari Phillips, man.
Yeah, he's got 9, and North Gwinnett is going to take a full timeout with 4:20 remaining. And here comes the Tigers. They've cut the deficit in half. It's 8 points with 4:20 to go. 41-33. We'll take a timeout here on SUVehicle.com, powered by the NFHS Network and Play On Sports.
All right, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Back to live action, 4:20 remaining. It's an 8-point ball game. North Gwinnett ahead, 41-33. The Bulldogs raced off 6 straight points in this quarter, put the lead to about 15, but ever since then, North Gwinnett has been able to cut it in half, but they got half more to go. Now let's see the Bulldogs try to work some clock as Howard with it. Howard storms through, puts up a nice floater. No good, but the rebound kicks. Rebound kicks to Dunmeyer. Dunmeyer, they lob to Phillips. Phillips has actually gotten hot in the last few minutes, but he took an extra step dishing to Singh.
And that isn't the only call. They could have had 3 seconds. One of the guys was camped in the lane.
And Shambari Phillips will get called for the lack of player control. That's his third. So Phillips now in a little bit of foul trouble. He's had 9 points this quarter.
If they can run off this 3 minutes and still have the 8-point lead,
they'll be in great shape.
They'll be in good, very good shape. I don't know about great, but it'll be pretty good.
Cam Calhoun tries to get a foul as he goes up. And
they're saying he knocked it off. He just slapped it. It didn't touch anybody.
Yeah, somebody knocked it off the hands. I want to say it was Dunmeyer. Parker now to Dunmeyer. Down the left baseline. Nice kick over to Singh, who's got an open look on that high post, and he puts it in and is fouled.
Wow, this Tucker team has come storming back.
Foul will be charged to Stuckey, his second.
Singh.
He's got 6. That's Tochik about ready to come back in. First shot drops. So he makes the conversion. 3-point play the hard way. Now it's a 5-point lead. 41-36. Again, this lead was as large as 15. So Tucker 10-0 run here in the third quarter with 3:13 remaining.
Shambari Phillips had all the points in the third quarter.
Yeah, here's Tochik. He'll get it to Lewis. Lewis trying to penetrate. Ball kicked out this. I'm not sure about that.
Another one off the leg.
Yeah, nice play by Asing to knock it off the leg and out of bounds. Gives Tucker a chance to make it a one-possession ball game. These Tigers, you said it earlier, Mark, they are one of the top 3 teams in 5A, proving it here tonight. They are not going away. We're down by as much as they were, 15. Here's Parker. Parker works around. Now he'll go. Now he'll come back out. Now he sees a lane on the left side. That's a very bad pass, but Dunmeyer is able to corral it. Now it looks like Tucker's working clock. Dunmeyer kicks out to Phillips, and Phillips is going to reset the offense. North Gwinnett is spacing their offense, protecting the perimeter. There's a huge hole in the middle. If someone get working in there, and now they're going to run a screen. Thomas did. There's a shot from the coffin corner by Parker. No good. High rebound. Goes to Lewis. Dunmeyer gets a hand on it.
Ooh.
And he kicked it off of Lewis, according to the referee. Well, North Gwinnett has scored 8 points this frame. Tucker has posted 12, which is all the points they've had in each of the first 2. Dunmeyer wants to change that with a rainbow. Drano! First 3-pointer of the quarter and the half for John Dunmeyer. He's got 13, and suddenly it's a 2-point game with 1:53 remaining. Howard to Lewis. Over to Calhoun on the left.
Now, Hartree has made some adjustments. You can tell he's a veteran coach. Tochik's in there.
Foul on, it's going to be on Parker, his first. And that is only the second team foul on Tucker this quarter. North Gwinnett, I believe, has 5. Yeah. They say 3. Where's the third?
No, 5 to 3.
Yeah, 5 to 3, but I'm wondering where the third one is. I don't have it. Here's Tochik, 12-footer on the right side, no good for Tochik.
He double dribbled. He got away with one.
Now coasting, T.J. Thomas puts it in. That's Thomas's first point since very early in the ball game.
And we are tied at 41.
A great comeback from the Tucker Tigers. Caber can't put it in. Tochik he didn't have the putback, but he's able to keep it alive. Foul on the shot as Lewis went in.
Going to get it on Asing.
Yep. His second. They have team. Lobbing it into Lewis. Back out to Howard. Howard is going to back it up. 41-41 with 68 seconds to go here in the third frame.
Thomas kept backing up. Pretty soon he was going to back over the line.
Yep, but had presence of mind to pass it before he did that. Now here's Caver, who's been everything. He's had the ball knocked out by Phillips.
And it went out of bounds, and they let about a half a second or a second run off before they finally stopped it.
Get it into Tochik. Tochik will hand it off, and backing out is Howard. Howard storms in. Oh, what a great block by Asing.
Clean block.
Yeah, just had a hand on it and sent it out and sent it to the home locker room where it gets a wash. Tochik with it. That could have been a reach in on Parker. Spinning around is Caver, driving, hopping,
And scoring. The basket is good.
Basket is good.
Count it. And that's going to go against the Sing.
And they needed that like they needed
First basket in a very long time.
since early in the third quarter.
Well, it was 41-33 back when North called that last time out as Caver makes a 3-point play. He's got 17 points. 44-40.
He actually, since about the 6-minute mark.
Yeah,
they almost went 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been at least 4.
And it was 41-25 when and they finally got that basket. So it was a 16-0 run.
So here is Dunmire as Tucker works for the final shot. 14 seconds remaining. Now, Dunmire, as we get under 10, sees a lane on that left side, blocked hard by Owen Lewis.
See, they did that at the Duke game. You hear the fans were counting down, but they were really starting
a little earlier. Yeah,
earlier. The Duke Cameron Indoor Crazies did that twice the other day in an upset bid by Columbia, and that actually helped them win the ball game.
That's 3 fouls against T.J. Howard. And Dunmire will go to the line, shooting 2, trying to make this a 1-point game heading into the final quarter. First shot is up, and he missed it. And he looked like it was short coming out of his hands, and it was.
And actually, you should have started high. They started low. They did it wrong.
He's got one more. Spins, palms, puts it up. That one drops. That gives John Dunmire 14. He had 18 against North Cobb Christians. 44-42. Final shot coming for Owen Lewis. He'll stop, put up a 3-ball. Drano at the buzzer. A great 3-pointer by Owen Lewis at the buzzer. And that extends North Gwinnett's lead to a nickel, 47-42. We'll be right back for the final quarter here on the SUVehicle.com, powered by GHSA.TV, Play on Sports, and the NFHS Network.
All right, welcome back. Mark Blumen along with John Morgo, and scoring-wise, Ahmad Caver is red hot. He's got 17. Owen Lewis has 7, the hard-working 9-to-5er, but he got that big 3 at the end. And Cam Calhoun was scoreless in that quarter. 18 points for Tucker. They were led by Shambari Phillips, finally got going. He had 9 in the quarter, and that's all he has in the game. Dunmire also has 14 in the game.
Now Tucker down by 5 as we enter the final quarter of action. Thomas will drive up. His first is no good, but Devontae Meadows is there to clean up after him. He's got his first points, set 47-44 with 7:30 left. We should have an exciting finish because remember, North Gwinnett scored 6 points right out the gate in that third quarter. 2 off the technical, 2 off the possession, and then a quick turnover and steal by the Bulldogs, and that gave him a 39-24 run, but Tucker has closed the gap.
And, John, we may be here a while because both teams with 6 fouls, meaning every foul from now on in will be a shooting foul unless it's a possession.
That's like a lack of player,
foul.
Yeah, lack of player control for one. Lewis to Caver. He'll hand it off to Calhoun, and now to T.J. Howard near us. Here's Tocic to the left side. That's Caver. Tocic tried to set a screen, and Drano from Ahmad Caver. He's got 20.
Caver is on fire.
Yeah, I call it, the technical name of the foul is a player control foul, but usually they call it for being out of control, so I refer to it as a lack of player control foul. Here's Phillips. He'll get it over to Meadows. Meadows, oh, bad pass. He was looking for Dunmire. Caver. Oh, yes. Ahmad Caver with 22, and just like that, the lead's back up to 8, 52-44, 6:30 on the clock.
Tobias Howard, TJ, with the beautiful assist.
Dunmire sees room on the left side, and Tochik puts it down with just one hand, and they'll alternate the possession.
And they'll go back, give that man a hand. And I know we're not really supposed to be biased. There's 9. All right.
That was probably the I'll just say the simplest, the easiest, the just most lackadaisical block shot you'll ever see. Tochik now on the other end, no good. He just put his hand up and just shoved down. Now in transition, going for it is Shambari Phillips, and he puts it in. He's got 11. 52-46 as we hit the 6-minute mark. Going the other way is Tobias Howard. Good.
TJ Tobias Howard.
He's got 10, and he was fouled at the end. That foul will go against Devontae Meadows, his third.
And we're back to that 8-point lead that we were right around the end of the half, and they're in the third quarter. And after tying it up at 41, they're on a 13-5, make it 14-5 run.
And Ahmad Caver puts down the conversion and gives him 23 on the night. Parker, as Tucker's going to have to start pressing. They're down by 9.
With
5:45. I'm sorry. You're right. That was Howard. There's
Howard. Another turnover. Here comes Howard.
So that gives Howard 11. Here's Meadows wanting to go baseline. One-hand pass. They put it to Caver. 3-ball to the coffin corner.
Caver's on fire.
Caver with 25. He's got 8 this quarter. As he has electrified this crowd. Now it's a 12-point lead with 5:20 remaining. Now it's Tucker's turn. Dunmire. Again, you were right, Mark. They was 41 all. There's a launcher, and it's off. And now Tucker looks like they're going to start pressing down the offensive end.
They're going to get Lewis. They're going to get Lewis for a double dribble.
Yeah, carry the ball.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know, but probably was.
Here's Stuckey and Carter coming back in. Malik Carter with 4 personals, and he comes in at this 5:05 mark.
Why are they taking Caver out? Caver's on fire. Leave him in. I know he's tired. Probably just get a quick breather, but I don't know about that one.
This is a full timeout, and I want to say North Gwinnett called it. With 5:05 to go, 58-46 is your score. Bulldogs on top. They have come out hot here in this final quarter, going out on an 11-4 run. And we've had some really exciting ball games here.
And John, I want to talk about, we saw Peachtree Ridge. They came up short against Buford, but they will be in this region. Norcross, the defending state champions. We saw Collins Hill with Devin Mitchell. Only lost to the state champion and AA #1 team, who I think is better than any of them. I think GAC is probably the best team I've seen. Of course, I am partial. I love Eddie Martin and Brent Martin, their assistant. Brent and I stay up on Facebook chatting till 1 in the morning. Good guy, and I just think North Gwinnett in their region with all the competition and playing in this team has a chance to go pretty far too.
Back to live action as we hit 5 minutes to go and we get close to the 10 o'clock hour here in Suwanee, Georgia. This is Parker dribbling. He's got Caver on him. Caver stayed in the ball game. He was, as Coach Zach Smith was listening to you, Mark.
Yeah.
Now,
do not take him out.
Phillips with it. And
he's going to give Zach a
tee. Yeah, Zach gets teed up. Both coaches with 1 tee up, and I don't know.
I think he was out of the box.
Yeah, that probably was.
He's told him.
Yeah, he moved out of the box, and Zach has been very close to the border of that box. He ranges all up the sidelines and down the sidelines. Called for it there, and Dunmire makes.
Dunmire makes the first. 15 in the game.
Yeah, he makes that one. Give him 15, first point of the quarter, 58-47. Here's number 2. Hangs on the rim, falls away. But Tucker will keep the possession.
4:44. So play the fours tonight in your pick 3.
11
I'm promoting gambling in the lottery.
11-point Bulldog advantage. Again, they'll be in action tomorrow night at about 8:30. They're playing Hillcrest of South Carolina in the last game of the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. Losing the handle. Now here comes the ball the other way. Can Caver get to it? He puts a backhand.
No.
But it hit the back of the backboard for an automatic possession change. It hit the back.
No, what I don't understand, you don't want to go into a complete stall or anything, but you ought to run some clock on each possession.
Yeah, they did that baseball outlet pass on a turnover by Tucker when Tucker just kind of let the ball get away from him. Now foul away from the basket.
Shambari Phillips gets the
gets a shove. Gives a shove. That's his 4th.
Now, when you get a technical, if I'm not mistaken, why Zach is sitting down, he has to go back to the bench.
Okay.
I think because I coach in a high school league, and that was one of the rules they were talking about. You can stand until you get a tee.
Then you have to sit down. Okay.
Yeah.
And Caver loses it going through the lane. Back to the Tigers with we're just halfway home here in quarter number 4.
You see Hartree sitting too, the same thing, although I think he sat anyway.
Yeah, I think, the technical on Hartree, it wasn't for, moving out of the box. I think it was just arguing.
Right.
He was arguing. We're really not sure what he was arguing. Something to do with the foul situation. Double teams and a good forcing on the line.
Was that a 5-second?
Well, I think they forced Dunmire on the line.
Okay.
Great defense by.
Standing up.
He
got back. That was hilarious. He saw the umpire looking at him. He rushed back to sit down.
Calhoun lobbing it inside. No one there. And it's Tucker basketball.
Yeah. You don't want to, because if you get caught standing again, you're out.
Yeah. Phillips storms. Can't Dipsy do it.
But I'm going to tell you, from coaching, it is hard to stay seated when you're a coach.
Yes, you get really into it. TJ Thomas will get the points and draw the foul on Calhoun. That'll be his 3rd. And Owen Lewis is going to check back in.
Here comes Stuckey out.
So Thomas is due a conversion. It's a 9-point game with 3:18 remaining, as Thomas tries to give Tucker 50 points. Thomas with 7 right now. It's up and bounces away, and a great rebound by number 12, Malik Carter, who came in at the 6:05 mark. And he has yet to pick up foul number 5, so he's gotten in a good 3 minutes. And now here's Lewis. North Gwinnett up by 9. They're going to work some clock.
This is what I was talking about. Up by 9, under 3 minutes.
Going in the lane.
And they grabbed the arm. That is a hold and on the shot.
And that'll go against
That'll be 2
Josh,
shots.
Yeah, Josh Parker, his 2nd. Oh, he'll go against Dunmire. I saw Parker grab it. He had the obvious grab in there as he came through. I thought for sure he was going to pick it up. But now here's Ahmad Caver to the line. He's already got 25. He puts his first up and 26.
He got it to drop. It almost spun out.
Yep,
and he's got that one miss in the first quarter. He's hit 6 in a row since then. Make it 7 in a row.
27 points for Ahmad Caver, easily the player of the game. 60-49 with 2:52 on the clock. Parker finds TJ Thomas. Thomas gets an easy lane in and good.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They went away from him. He's got, 7 points?
I've got him with 9. But really, North Gwinnett they found a lane in the middle. Now jumping in. Oh, great tip back. Oh, what a tip by TJ Howard. The ball bounced out and he one-handed it, tipped it in. He's got 13. And it's back up to 11, 62-51, 2:15 remaining. Tucker looks like they're going to go 1-1 here in their stay at the Jared Cook as a long ranger drops it by TJ Thomas. He's got 12. That makes it 8 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Tucker not going away, but we're going to get close to the automatic fouling portion of today's ball game. Caver in the corner. Now here comes Stuckey in for some offense. Or defense, probably. Howard with it. Howard off the screen. Howard sees a lane. Now he'll put up the floater. Yes, off the backboard. TJ Howard coming alive. He's got 14. And it's back to 10 with 93 seconds to go. Dunmeyer.
And there's a travel. And as I said early, when they only had 7 at halftime, look what he's done in the second half.
Yes.
11 points.
And North Gwinnett calls a timeout with 1:26 to go.
10-point lead, and it's their game to lose, John. Let me just put it that way. If Tucker is to come back, North is going to have blown this game. All they have to do is spread the court, run what I call Carolina, try to draw the fouls, and then win it at the free throw line. And they can only they don't have any more fouls to put them in 1-and-1. Every foul from here on in is 2 shots. So that makes it a little easier because even if you miss one, you got a chance to make one, and you'll trade 2 for 1 with only 1:25 any day.
Exactly. And a reminder, we'll be here tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. for the final quadruple header of the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. All proceeds benefiting Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Research.
Yeah, my buddy Will McNeely's probably going to be bringing you some of those games, probably the earlier games.
Yep, the Sequoia Green Forest Christian matchup at 4 and the Collins Hill North Cobb Christian at 5:30.
And Sequoia, if I remember correct, out of Canton, Georgia, up there in Cherokee County, Jeremy Adams is the coach up there. I do remember Scott Bursmith coaching their girls. He had coached over at Buford for a while and won a state championship.
And we're going to get an offensive foul on TJ Howard. That's 4 on him. You don't want to do that. He threw the elbow trying to get room on Dunmeyer. Now here's Dunmeyer. They're going to stop and pop, and that's short. Saw that a mile away. For tracking that down is Devontae Meadows. Meadows will get it into Thomas. Thomas with the follow away on the left side. No good.
What do we got? We got another foul? Or
No, they're pointing. Who are they pointing at? Owen Lewis? Yep, he's got 3.
That's his 3rd personal.
But that knocked off. So it was 1:26, so 20 seconds have gone.
Yep.
And
here's the shot.
From
Devontae Meadows gets his first point. He's got 3.
Yeah, Sequoia and Green Forest. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Second one drops.
Collins Hill and North Cobb. Collins Hill, Devin Mitchell, of course, big time player. They actually lost another player, John Carlos.
I'm kind of surprised when I didn't see him on the Collins Hill roster.
Well,
he was with their inside presence.
Yeah, he transferred. He was like a 7-footer. And, yeah, Collins Hill had a 7-footer, but he transferred.
Dunmeyer is going to commit his 3rd personal, send Howard to the line.
Missed. That's big. They need these.
Missed his first. It's an 8-point game with 65 seconds remaining.
And if he can miss, even if he makes it and they come down and hit a 3 now.
It'll still only be 5.
See?
Yeah.
They missed, so that's a good foul. Like I said, you were hoping to.
High off the glass on the runner by Thomas. They're not going for 3s. They're trying to get layups. Any type of easy basket they can get their hands on. Foul, immediate foul. So 10 seconds have elapsed, and that will go against TJ Thomas. Picks up his 3rd. And they've got a lot of fouls left. Well, Shambari Phillips has 4. He's the only one in really deep foul trouble. A couple people with 3, but at this juncture of the ball game doesn't really matter. Here's Cam Calhoun. He makes his first point in the second half.
I was just going to say that. He had 10 in the first half. Yep. If you notice the balance, really good balance. Even Owen Lewis with 7, almost in double figures.
Makes his second, gives him an even dozen. Lead back to 10, 66-56.
And Malik Carter with only 2 in the game, but he's been a present in there.
Launching a long ranger by Thomas, no good. They get the rebound, and Meadows put it in.
Meadows put it in, but Meadows cleared out with that other arm. They didn't call it.
Foul will be called on Cam Calhoun. Now he's
see
got
that?
4.
He cleared him out with his arm, his right arm, and went up with the left hand.